My sisters, my warriors, my dreamers, take a moment, close your eyes, breathe in, feel the power that lives inside of you, because right here, right now, we are standing on the edge of something remarkable. The future is calling, and guess what? It belongs to us. We are the daughters of the women who refuse to be silent. We are the granddaughters of the dreamers who were told no and still found a way to make it a yes. And now we stand at the crossroads of history, ready to shape a future that is bigger, brighter, and bolder than anything that has ever come before. But let me tell you something, the greatest battle we will ever fight is not against the world. It is against the voice inside of us that says we are not enough. That we are too young, too old, too loud, too quiet, too ambitious, too much. But today I want you to make a decision. Do not shrink, do not apologize, do not wait for permission. Own your space, own your voice, own your power. Women have always been the architects of change, the quiet forces behind revolutions, and the voices that refuse to be silenced. Throughout history, women have carried nations on their backs, nurtured generations, and led movements that shifted the course of the world. From the suffragettes who fought for the right to vote to the fearless leaders who shattered glass ceilings. The resilience of women has never wavered. Every breakthrough, every right earned, and every step forward has come from the unwavering spirit of those who refuse to accept limits. It was women who stood at the forefront of civil rights movements, who broke barriers in science, technology, and politics, and who refused to let adversity define them. Women have ruled nations, written history, and redefined industries, all while being told they couldn't. Resilience is woven into the very fabric of womanhood. It is seen in the mother who sacrifices for her child's future, the young girl who dares to dream beyond her circumstances, and the entrepreneur who turns rejection into fuel for success. Women have faced oppression, discrimination, and systemic barriers, yet time and again, they have risen stronger, bolder, and more determined than ever. But resilience is not just about surviving, it's about thriving. It is about taking up space, owning our power, and knowing that our voices matter. Women have not come this far only to stand on the sidelines. The world is shifting, and we are not waiting for permission to lead. We are CEOs, scientists, artists, activists, and visionaries. We are rewriting the rules and refusing to play small. The future belongs to those who recognize their strength and use it to uplift others. Women are not just fighting for themselves, they are fighting for the generations that follow. The young girl watching her mother chase her dreams, the student inspired by a female leader, the community empowered by women who dare to break cycles. This is what resilience looks like. We honor the past by stepping boldly into the future. We acknowledge the struggles of those who came before us by refusing to let their sacrifices be in vain. And we commit to pushing forward, not just for ourselves, but for every woman who has ever been told she couldn't. This is our time, our voices, our strength, our resilience. This is what will shape the future. The question is not whether women can lead, succeed, or change the world. The question is whether we are ready to embrace the power that has always been within us. The answer is clear. We are ready, we are strong, and we are just getting started. Women have always been visionaries, dreamers, and pioneers, yet too often the world has tried to confine them to small spaces. But true power lies in the ability to see beyond the present circumstances, to envision something greater, something bold, something revolutionary. The most successful women in history were not the ones who accepted limitations, but those who dared to believe in a future that others couldn't yet see. Having a vision means refusing to be defined by where you come from, by the obstacles in front of you, or by the doubts of others. It means choosing to believe that your potential is far greater than the challenges you face. Every great achievement starts with a woman who dares to dream beyond what is expected of her, whether it's a young girl dreaming of becoming a scientist, an entrepreneur envisioning a groundbreaking business, or a leader pushing for social change. It all begins with seeing the possibility of something greater. But vision alone is not enough. You must believe in it, fight for it, and take action toward it every single day. No one hands success to you. You create it by standing firm in your purpose and refusing to settle. The world needs more women who refuse to dim their light, who embrace their ideas, and who understand that their future is limitless. The only question is, will you see beyond where you are now and step into the power of where you are meant to be? The choice is yours, and the future is waiting. Women have always faced barriers, some visible, others unspoken, but all designed to limit their potential. Gender bias, inequality, and self-doubt have long stood in the way of progress, forcing women to work twice as hard for half the recognition. Yet time and again, women have proven that no obstacle is insurmountable. The real challenge is not just in breaking the barriers around us. For centuries, society has conditioned women to believe they must seek permission, to lead, to succeed, to take up space. But permission is not required. Women belong in boardrooms, on stages, in politics, in science, in every field where decisions are made and futures are shaped. The moment we stop waiting for approval and start owning our power, we begin to shift the world in ways that cannot be ignored. Yet the hardest battle is often the one within. Self-doubt whispers that we are not enough, that we are too much, that we are undeserving. But that voice is a lie. Confidence is not something you wait to feel. It is something you build step by step by showing up for yourself, even when fear lingers. Every woman who has broken barriers before us faced the same doubts, the same resistance, but they kept going, and so must we. Because when one woman breaks through, she opens the door for many more. We do not rise alone, we rise together. The future is not waiting to be given to us. It is ours to take, to shape, and to own. The only question is, will we dare to claim it? True power begins the moment a woman decides to believe in herself. Confidence is not something we are given, it is something we cultivate, something we choose. The world has tried for centuries to tell women where they belong, how they should behave, and how much they are allowed to achieve. But today, we reclaim that narrative. We are not waiting for approval. We are not waiting for a seat at the table. We are building our own tables, leading our own movements, and stepping fully into our power. Leadership is not about title or position. It is about influence, courage, and the ability to inspire change. Whether you are leading in a boardroom, in a classroom, in your community, or in your own home, leadership begins with self-belief. It is the audacity to say, I am enough, just as I am. It is the courage to stand tall even when others doubt you. It is the determination to keep pushing forward even when the road ahead seems uncertain. Women have been taught to shrink, to apologize, to second-guess their worth. But no more. When a woman truly understands her value, she becomes unstoppable. She speaks with conviction, she acts with purpose, and she commands respect, not because she demands it, but because she embodies it. Stepping into leadership is not just about personal success. It is about lifting others as we climb. It is about showing the next generation that they too belong in every room, in every conversation, in every place where decisions are made. So today I ask you, what would you do if you truly believed in yourself? Because the moment you do, there is nothing you cannot achieve. The future is yours to lead. Women are unstoppable when they stand together. There is a power, a force, a deep, unshakable strength in women who uplift one another. For too long, society has tried to pit women against each other, making us believe that success is limited, that only a few can rise. But the truth is, when one woman rises, she creates space for many more to follow. Success is not a solo journey. Every great leader, every trailblazer, every woman who has shattered ceilings has had someone who believed in her, mentored her, and supported her along the way. Sisterhood is not just about friendship. It is about community, about standing in the gap for one another, about reaching back to pull another woman forward. We must be intentional in creating spaces where women feel seen, heard, and empowered to grow. Lifting others does not diminish our own success, it multiplies it. Imagine a world where every woman felt supported, where every girl grew up knowing she had a tribe of strong women rooting for her. That world is possible, but it starts with us. It starts with celebrating each other's wins instead of competing. It starts with mentorship, with sharing knowledge, with opening doors for those who come after us. No woman should have to climb alone. The future we are building is one where women rise together, where we push boundaries as a collective force, where success is not about individual achievement, but about the impact we create together. So today, let's commit to being the kind of women who uplift, who empower, who make room for others to shine. Because when we rise together, we don't just change our own lives, we change the world. Every woman carries a story of challenges, setbacks, and moments of doubt. But within every challenge lies an opportunity, and within every setback, the difference between those who rise and those who remain stuck is the ability to transform struggles into strength. Adversity is not the end of the road. It is the fire that forges resilience. The most powerful women in history, leaders, innovators, and change makers, were not the ones who had an easy path. They were the ones who faced rejection, failure, and obstacles, but refused to be defined by them. They took their pain and turned it into purpose. They took their struggles and used them as fuel to push forward. Your hardships do not diminish your worth. They reveal your strength. Every time you have been told no, every time you have faced a door slammed in your face, every time you have felt overlooked or underestimated, those moments were not setbacks. They were setups for your growth. Strength is built in the struggle. Courage is born in adversity. And power is found in the moments when you refuse to give up. When life tests you, remember that you have survived every challenge you have faced so far. You are still standing, still fighting, still growing. The question is not whether you will face difficulties. The question is how you will respond. Will you let them break you, or will you let them build you? The choice is yours. Choose to rise. Choose to let your struggles shape you into the woman you were meant to be. Because the most unstoppable women are not the ones who have never fallen. They are the ones who rise every time they do. The future is not something we wait for, it is something we create. Every choice we make, every barrier we break, and every dream we dare to pursue shapes the world for the next generation. The impact of a woman's courage, vision, and determination does not end with her. It ripples outward, inspiring others to believe in their own possibilities. We are the architects of tomorrow. The legacies we build are not just for us, but for the young girls watching, learning, and dreaming because they see what is possible through us. When we lead, they learn that leadership is theirs to claim. When we speak up, they understand that their voices matter. When we push past limits, they realize that no dream is too big, no ambition too bold,